So we have just seen the four operations or main operation about heap. Let's jump into it in more detail. Let's start by heapify. What does heapify mean? Heapify means bubbling up or down. It is the same meaning. You might be wondering what even bubbling up or down actually mean. First, we need to make sure the heap property is valid. So when we're saying we're heapifying or bubbling up or down, we mean we're reconstructing or reordering the nodes in the current heap in order to maintain its property. So if we're building a max heap, we need to make sure that the nodes currently exist in this node must maintain and retain the valid max heap. And if we're building a minimum heap, we need to retain the valid minimum heap. So based on what you're building, you need to maintain this property. Minimum heap, minimum property. Maximum heap, maximum property. This is basically the idea of heapify. We're changing the position of the node in order to keep maintaining the property of the heap we're building. Let's jump into the next operation, it's insertion. And when it comes to insertion, you need to insert at the last valid leaf position to make the heap complete. Remember, the heap is a binary complete tree. You can't have a missing tree. You need to finish level by level, starting from left to right. You can't really insert at random position. And when you insert whatever value you add at the current or the valid last valid leaf position, you need to make sure you didn't really destroy the heap property. So you need to heapify to organize the nodes in order to retain the heap property that you're building. This is the idea of insertion. When it comes to the deletion, and this is a crucial part because heap is mostly focused on the root. You need to try to maintain the order in order to keep the root parent the maximum, the highest property that you want. And this is why when you come to delete, you need to delete the root node of that heap. And then you're gonna be changing the order of the children nodes in order to maintain the heap property. Because you can't really have a heap without a root node. You need to maintain the order to make it a valid heap. So the last operation we have is peek, and peek is simply checking or to find the root highest priority node, which is our root in the current heap that we have.